I've been arguing for weeks that the unvaccinated should not be unduly discriminated against. We've seen in our care sector, tens of thousands leave the sector. We're now employing staff from all over the world, including people who've come across the English Channel to Dover. We haven't got police checks, and many of them have had no training. Well, on a bigger scale, NHS, 100,000, up to 100,000 NHS staff who will lose their jobs on the 1st of April unless they've had a vaccine. Now, you might remember Dr. Steve James, clinical care consultant at King's in London, confronted Sajid Javid with this the other day, and he made the point, look, I'm a fit young man, I don't really need this vaccine.
You're not happy with it, tell me.
So I've had COVID at some point.
Yeah.
I've got antibodies.
Yeah.
I've been working on COVID ITU since the beginning. I have not had a vaccination. I do not want to have a vaccination. The vaccine's reducing transmission only for about 8 weeks with Delta. With Omicron, it's probably less. And for that, I would be dismissed if I don't have a vaccine. It's not, the science isn't strong enough.
And anyway, of course, however many times you've been jabbed, you can still catch the virus and still pass it on. So provided NHS doctors and nurses have got a negative COVID test, what's the problem? Well, this is now a real battle, and I'm beginning to think public opinion is shifting, it's changing. Well, Steve James, along with 7 other healthcare professionals, is about to launch a judicial review against Sajid Javid and the government to say it's against the law to sack them from their jobs because they haven't had the vaccine. He'll be launching this at 7 o'clock tonight, the 27th of January, with me on GB News. Join me at 7 o'clock on GB News to hear Steve James, to see what this legal action is, and if you can't catch it tonight, you can get it at any moment on the GB News app. I've got to tell you, I'm 100% behind these people. This is about freedom of choice. And do you know something? In Israel, where they're now very advanced with the 4th jab, infection rates are rising. So the whole thing is a complete nonsense. Let's get behind our doctors and nurses. Let's get behind Steve James. Watch it first on GB News.